All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Coach D coming at you. Hey, listen, today we're going to talk about. I wanted to break something down for you guys. Okay, I was in another group and a person was asking, like, why is it important to build an email list anyway, right? Because like in the training that they were going through, it was like you need this big ass list, right? And they're like, well, I don't understand. Why do I need this big ass list, right? Now that's a valid question because I know when I was first getting started. And actually, even before I started online, like I literally did not know what was the purpose of having an email list. Like, what do I need that for, man? I just need to make sales, right? This is what you think. I just want to make sales, right? So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and do a video. Let me kind of break it down a little bit further so people understand the importance. So that way, you know what I'm saying, you can actually start doing it, all right? Because if you don't understand why it's important, you're probably not going to do it, all right? So let's go ahead and jump to this now. As you're watching this, it doesn't matter where you're watching it from, whether you're watching it on YouTube, Facebook, show me some love. Put down the comments, let me know where you're tuning in from, all right? If you are watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell, beep, 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 right? And go ahead and subscribe to my channel, all right? Now, and I'm going to be reading off my notes because I want to make sure I cover this and get this thoroughly to you guys, all right? Now, first we're going to talk about, I want to talk about like your traffic sources, okay? So because it's like, to help you understand why you need the email list, you got to understand what it's for, all right? So let's talk about our traffic sources. And when we talk about traffic, we're just talking about where you're going to like get your customers from, where you're going to get your leads from, your prospects, right? So let's go ahead and list that. Put down in the comments, what are some of your traffic sources? Like, where do you get your leads from? And I'm going to put the main ones that I know of up here, all right, as examples. But put down in the comments if you got others, all right? So we talk about traffic. So I'm going to just put this up here, traffic, okay? Traffic sources, all right? Now, when we think about traffic sources, all right, one of the main ones, especially in 2021, especially right now, is social media, right? Where you get leads. And what I'm about to show you is not just for online businesses, but it's for offline business as well. But I'm doing this because there was someone in an affiliate marketing group that asked about it, all right? So anyhow, we talk about traffic. Where do you get your leads from, okay? Let's talk about Facebook, okay? Facebook, okay? That's a big one, right? That's a big one where we get our leads from, right? How about YouTube? How about YouTube, right? YouTube, right? You get your leads because you put up videos on YouTube, right? How about this? Word of mouth. Word of mouth, okay? Word of mouth, all right? Yes, there's some people who still rely on word of mouth. Like, that's crazy, but it is what it is, right? Right now, we just listed some traffic sources. Then I'm going to break it down to you on why you need to have an email list over these things here, okay? Then how about foot traffic? Foot traffic, right? Like if you have a brick and mortar business, right? You have a brick and mortar business, you're relying on foot traffic. You're relying on people to walk by your business. If you got a deli, you're relying on people to walk by your business and see it and be like, you know what? I want to buy a sandwich, right? Okay, all right? You know what I'm saying? And then here's another one. This one right here is really geared more towards affiliate marketers, network marketers, things of that nature. But how about this? Solo ads. Solo ads. Okay? So these are some sources for traffic. Do you guys use any of these sources to, get leads, traffic? Facebook, YouTube, word of mouth, foot traffic, or solo ads? Put down in the comments and let me know which one of these that you guys use. Put down in the comments. Now, if you don't use anything and you ain't making no money, so you definitely need to be watching all my videos. You feel me? All right. So these are our traffic sources right here, right? Now, we're going to dissect each one of these. We're going to dissect each one of these so that you can see why you should not be trying to rely on these, okay? We're going to dissect each one, but first I wanted to list it. Let's take Facebook first. Let's take Facebook first, all right? Now, have you guys ever had or know someone who has had a Facebook account, right? And you're there posting, right? You're there posting in groups, and then Facebook hits you with this, your account has been disabled for potential spam or something to that nature is what it says. But the point is, they'll disable your account because they feel like you spamming, right? Or that you're posting too fast, or that you're messaging too fast, right? So Facebook will ban your account, right? And this is, and I want y'all to understand, when Facebook does this, they have robots that does this. So don't be up there talking about, like people used to say, well, if you're not spamming on Facebook, you won't get your account disabled. That's bull crap. That's straight up bull crap. I lost 3 Facebook accounts. 3, bro. 3, right? And it's not just because you spamming. If the robots feel that you're spamming, you don't have to be spamming people. If the robots feel you're spamming, if the robots feel that you're posting too much, then guess what? Take your account away. I had a colleague that actually lost her account about maybe a week and a half ago. She just got it back. Some of them you don't get back. What happens when Facebook bans your account? What happens when they block you from posting? What happens when they block you from messaging? Doesn't that mess with your money? Think about that. If this is the way that you're getting leads, right, through Facebook, right, even down to if you're doing Facebook paid ads. So don't even be thinking that, oh, I'm doing Facebook paid ads, I ain't gonna worry about that. You know how many people I've heard them say that they have lost their Facebook paid ads privileges because their Facebook ads account got shut down? You know what I'm saying? And they wasn't spamming, right? So if you're relying on Facebook, then Facebook bans your account. Now what? Now what? You're in a bad situation. No more money for you. That means it doesn't matter if you have built up 5,000 friends on Facebook. No more money for you. Right? It doesn't matter if you have $5,000 in your Facebook ads account that you want to spend. They banned your ads account. No more money for you. No more leads for you. Right? All right? So, and another thing about Facebook, this happened. This glitch right here actually happened about maybe a week and a half ago. Facebook had their glitches. Okay? I went to post on Facebook and it wasn't letting me post. And it wasn't just me though. It wasn't just me. It was other people as well. Facebook was having its glitches. So if it decides to have its glitches, okay, just out of nowhere, right, at a drop of a dime, then what happens? What happens? Are you getting leads then? No. No more leads for you. So now you're at the mercy of Facebook because you decided to rely on Facebook as a mode of getting leads and not build your email list. So what do we say about relying, right, solely on Facebook? What did you think about that? Yeah, that's a big old X. That's a big old X. Let's take to the next one, YouTube. Let's say that you're building your list, or not building your list, excuse me, that you're thinking that, oh, I'm just going to have a whole bunch of subscribers on YouTube and then I'm going to be good. Okay, that's wrong. Check me out. All right. There was a lady, her name, she's a very popular YouTuber named, I think it's Marissa Romero. I think that's her name, right? And this happened about maybe, I want to say like maybe 5-6 months ago, something like that. She wound up losing her account on YouTube. For what reason, I'm not 100% sure. I just know of the videos that I've seen about it. But she wound up losing her YouTube account. Okay? Losing the whole account. And she had a whole bunch of subscribers. Now what? So let's say you do got a whole bunch of subscribers on YouTube, right? You put out content, blah, 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 right? YouTube decides to take your account for whatever reason, right? Boom. Now what? Yes, YouTube does ban accounts. I never lost a YouTube account, thank goodness. But I have received a strike before. And I think you only get like 2 strikes before they'll like kick you off, right? So YouTube decides to give you strikes, right? And then ban your account. So all those subscribers that you done built up over on YouTube, well, guess what you got now? What you got now? What you got now? And let's say you was not building your email list. All you got is a whole bunch of used to have subscribers because now they're not seeing any of your content. And you're not contacting them neither. Okay? So what do we think about having YouTube as our sole way, right, of being able to keep leads? Nope. How about word of mouth? All right? Now, back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, yeah, businesses, especially brick and mortar businesses, even home-based businesses used to rely on word of mouth, right? I've actually seen some people say they still do that or whatever. They ain't making no damn money, right? Here's the deal. You rely on word of mouth. That means, oh, yeah, I'm going to do a good job for Miss Johnson. So Miss Johnson's going to go tell all her friends and they're going to come. So now you up there waiting on Miss Johnson to go tell all her friends to help you pay your bills. You hoping and waiting for her to go tell all her friends and hoping that they need whatever you got, whatever your service is. Think about that for a minute, man. Like, that don't even make sense, do it? Now you up there, like when I had a repair shop, right? When I had my repair shop in Carolina, right? Back in the day, I was told, word of mouth, because I didn't really know about the internet, word of mouth, right? So you do a great job for Miss Johnson. Oh, Miss Johnson, I'm going to tell all my friends. A week go by, crickets. A month go by, crickets. 6 months go by, crickets. Why? Because Miss Johnson only got but so many friends. And Most of her friends didn't need any work at that time. So guess what? While I'm waiting on Ms. Johnson to tell all her friends, my bill's still racking up, right? So yeah, so I'm waiting on somebody else to build my business because I'm waiting on Ms. Johnson to tell all her friends. Oh, bruh, like that's dependency if I ever heard of. That's dependency to the max, man. That's straight up dependency. You ain't growing no business off of that type of dependency, right? So what about word of mouth? Yeah, okay. No. All right. What about foot traffic? What about foot traffic? Right? Like I said, if you got you a brick and mortar business, right? Okay, even if you're working at your house, foot traffic, you're expecting people to be able to come by and see your sign. Now, you know how, once again, back in the day, okay? Back in the day, people were like, oh, you know, what's important about business is location, location, location. This is what they say, right? Location, 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 right? Well, maybe back then, right? So let's say, for example, I had a repair shop, right? In Carolina, I had a repair shop. All right, this is different. I had a repair shop, right? And where I was at was a good location, right? It had a lot of foot traffic coming by, right? It had some foot traffic coming by, you know, drive-by traffic, I mean, right? And, you know, people would stop, they would see the sign and everything. But what wound up happening? What wound up happening? I wound up moving locations, right? I wound up moving locations. I moved to a whole nother city, right? I wasn't building the email list. I didn't know nothing about it, right? I moved to another city. Now, it was only about maybe 45 minutes away, right? Okay. But what happened when I moved that location? Those people who was coming 45 minutes from the other direction, they weren't coming all the way out there for no damn oil tanks. I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care how good you are. People, it's like, bro, you're not going to get enough of them to follow you to drive another additional 45 minutes passing like hundreds of repair shops just to come to you for an oil change. You think what you want and see how that works out for you, right? So my location was not as good when I moved, right? So then was I able to rely on some foot traffic? No, it was over for me. So those customers I did have that I didn't build up an email list with, needless to say, that new location, I wasn't there too long. I wasn't at that new location too long. It just did not support the income. Because I was up there calling myself waiting on some damn foot traffic, talking about location, location, location. Yeah, that was back in the day. No. Now, for you affiliate marketers, network marketers, what about solo ads, right? You'll be like, well, I'm gonna get leads and everything, sales from solo ads. Well, I don't think people actually think about this for a minute. Do you actually know what a solo ad is? A solo ad is literally someone else's big old email list. That's all it is. Someone else's, some other guy, right? Some other guy's list. That's all it is. Some other guy's email list. Some other guy was smart enough, right? Some other guy was smart enough to build him a big old email list. And now what does he do? He tells you, hey, buddy, hey, D, give me $100 and I'll send your offer out to my list, right? And what he does, he writes up an email template. He already got it wrote up. He got a little email template, right? And he clicks a few buttons, and 5 minutes later, my offer goes out to his, let's say he got 10,000 people on his list, the 10,000 people on his list. So 5 minutes of work, I paid $100. But he did the work to build his list. So that's why he get paid $100. And he gets paid that over and over. And every time I decide that I want to get some traffic from his solo ads, I got to pay another $100. Yeah. Think about that. Every single time, right, that I want to send an email out, send my offer out, I got to pay another $100 to the solo ad provider. Come on, y'all. Come on. I hope y'all feeling where I'm coming from. Come on, y'all. No dice. So what does that leave us with? These are the ways we're talking about getting traffic. What does that leave us with, right? Now, this is why it is important for you to build your email list. Why? This is the number one reason. Because the email list is the only traffic that you own. It's it. That's the only traffic you own. When you have a list of names, right? And let's put this up here. When you have a list of names on your email list, right? You got a list of names. You got you got your names here on your list. You got J. Robertson. Let's just, for example, M. Smith, right? You got all these names on your list. You know, C. Roper, right? D. Hall, right? You got all these names on your list, right? When you got these names on your list, right? One thing that you can do, right, is that you can always download those names. So that way you're going to always have them. These are yours, bro. These yours. You're going to always have them, right? So that means when it's time for you, now how are we talking about monetizing it, right? Because you're like, all right, D, I got a list of names. Well, what am I going to do with a list of names, right? So that means when you decide that you have an offer, you have something that you want to sell, you have an affiliate product you want to sell, you have a network marketing opportunity, you have a biz op, you have an MLM that you want to sell, you done came up with a course that you created that you want to sell. You want to make some money, right? What can you do? What can you do? Because now you have built up your own email list, right? What can you do? It don't matter if Facebook has banned your account. It don't matter if Facebook has banned your account, right? Don't matter. It doesn't matter if YouTube has banned your account. Don't matter. It don't matter if Miss Johnson don't tell none of her friends how good your service is, right? Don't matter. Don't matter if you decide to change location and you don't have any good foot traffic no more. Don't matter. Don't matter if that solo air provider decides that he wants to, keep on charging you $100 per run. It don't matter. Because what can you do? At the drop of a dime, when you say you want to make some money, you send an email out to all these people. Let's say you got 10,000 names, man. Let's say you got 10,000 names on here. You don't build up your email list. You got 10,000 names. 10,000 names. 10,000 names. Now, instead of the solo ad provider taking 5 minutes to send out his little script, right, with your offer, you take 5 minutes to send out your little script with your offer to these 10,000 names, right? So now you send an email to all these people, all of them, in 5 minutes. Okay? And it don't matter if only 1%. What's 1%? 100? Let's just say that's 100. It don't matter if just 1% of people buy your stuff. You just made 100 sales. All because you understood, because you watched this video, right? You didn't just browse by it. Because you understood the reason for you to build your email list is so that you do not have to be dependent on Facebook. Right? If Facebook shut down, who cares? YouTube shut down, who cares? Miss Johnson don't tell nobody about you. Who cares? Put down in the comments and say who cares, right? Foot traffic. You got a business, nobody can find you because you're in the backwoods. Who cares? Right? Solo ads. Solo everybody got crappy traffic. Who cares? Who cares? Because you built up your email list. And building up an email list is one of the oldest ways, at least that I know of. I ain't like I'm that old, but oldest ways I know of, okay, of marketing. And it is highly cost effective. You can literally be sending out an email to a list of 10,000 people for pennies a day, y'all. Pennies a day. So you're talking about, like I said, 1%. I believe 1% of 10,000 is 100. We're just going to say it is, even if it ain't. Don't be whooping out your calculator on me, okay? Right? You can literally make 100 sales in 5 minutes on your product, whatever it is your affiliate product is. So when people ask, right, and like I said, this was in a group of beginners, and so I get it. Some people understood why they needed to build the list. Other people didn't understand why. And that's cool, because at first I didn't understand. When I was at my repair shop, I didn't understand. I didn't actually learn this stuff until I started getting online. If I would have understood that I should have been building my email list, I had been in business doing cars for 10 years, bro. For 10 years. And ask me how many emails I had collected from customers on their work orders, even when I was doing the manual work orders before I got the computerized system, right? Ask me how many emails I had collected, man. Like, I could count them on one hand because I didn't start to the very end. I didn't start actually asking for emails to the very end. But had I asked for emails, I could have been sending out an email blast even once a month saying, hey, come in for this oil change special, right? Reminding people, come in for this brake special, right? Do you know how much money that would have added to my bottom line, bro? Like, are you serious right now? You know how much money this will add to your bottom line if you just start building your list, right? As you're doing your marketing, build your list. then it doesn't matter if you change products, right? It doesn't matter if you change products that you promote, right? It doesn't matter. You get you a new product, right? You join the new biz op, right? You join, we got, what's going on, Rob? Big old email list, right? You join Rob and Exodus Elite, for example, right? And you say, well, shit, I just joined Rob and Exodus Elite. I need to get me some sales. You got you a big old email list, right? Then what you do? Now you can send that offer out, right? Send your page out about your Exodus Elite business, and you send it out to your 10,000 names on your email list. And I mean, bro, you telling me you can't at least get one sale off that? And I'm talking about 1% is 100 sales. So imagine that right there. You know, that you get some people come in at $1,000 level, just 1% of the people come at $1,000 level, 100 times $1,000, $100,000. I mean, I'm just trying to speak to somebody right now. I'm trying to speak to somebody right now, right? To help you guys understand that it does not matter how many of these platforms, social media, word of mouth, brick and mortar, it doesn't matter how many of those different platforms you're using. You need to be building your email list as well, because that's the only traffic you own. So what is the number one reason? What is the number one reason that you need to be building a big old email list? What is the number one reason? I gave it to y'all. Let's see. Is y'all paying attention, man? Put that in the comment. What's the number one reason? Number one reason is say it with me, the only traffic you own. It's the only traffic you own, baby. That's it, right? That's it. It doesn't matter if you start with 0 people on your list and you wind up getting 100. Like, I don't have that many people on my list. I was late in the game realizing that I need to do this, right? But do I make sales from that email list? You darn tootin'. You're darn tootin', right? I make sales, and my list is only like maybe 1,500 people on the list, right? And I make sales. As a matter of fact, hell, I sold Rob something off the email list, right? He got one of my emails and saw an offer, decided to click the button and get it, right? You know what I'm saying? So, yo, it works. But my point is, I wanted to show you guys the reason why. Okay, not just, oh, you need your email list. Now you can better understand why you actually need it, so you can go out there and do it. Now, if you have not started building your email list, I'll tell you, excuse me, there's a really cool affiliate program that helps you start, especially in affiliate marketing. It's not about building teams or anything. Affiliate marketing, is different than network marketing. We'll talk about that in another video, but it's not about building teams or anything. But if you just want to start building your list so that you can send your offers to that list, right, in a very low cost type of way situation, right, you want to click the link in the description. If you happen to be watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description that I have for you. If you watch this on Facebook, once we get done, then I'll make sure I put the link down there. You can check out the system I recommend for beginning process to understand about how to go ahead and build your email list in a very passive type of way. Okay, so you could go ahead and go from 0 people, get you up 10,000 people on your email list, send your email out to your Exodus Elite capture page, right? You know what I'm saying? And you can go ahead and rock out, all right? If you found this value, put down the comment, say value bomb, baby. Go ahead and put down the comment, say value bomb. And like I said, if you have not already done so and you want to see more videos like this, just go ahead and click that subscribe button. Click it, ring the bell so you'll be notified the next time I come out with some content. Other than that, what we're going to do, y'all, at the end of each day, what do? We're going to take this ride where we're going to take y'all all the way to the promised land. All right, y'all, and until next time, because y'all know I love bringing y'all the content of who we at.